And welcome back. You're listening to Hysteria, your place for all things petty. Okay, let's get to it. Julissa, are you feeling petty this week, or do you have a sanity corner?
So I have a mix. Because it is both has been my sanity and my pettiness for the last 3 months, which is Instagram, right? Instagram has kept me very sane when I, 3 o'clock in the morning, breastfeeding, 4 o'clock in the morning, crying baby. And I'm on Instagram posting about how frustrated I am. And like just random strangers, random moms are sending me messages of being like, you got this. Everything's gonna be great. You're doing wonderful. And I'm like, oh, this is so great. Like Instagram has been such a blessing. All these like random strangers sending me this like words of encouragement, which is great. But it definitely is a double-edged sword, because sometimes when I post things about motherhood, people will also send advice when like I'm not trying to hear your advice, or, when I've been complaining. I don't even want to use the word complained. When I have expressed my feelings about having to hold Rayita for her naps, sometimes people will send messages like, enjoy it. This is, time is going to go by so fast. Like, the baby cuddles are the best. Like you should enjoy it. And I know that they're meant to be encouraging. Like, I very much do believe that people are telling me those things because they're meant to be encouraging, but it makes me feel so guilty. Like it makes me feel like, oh yeah, I should love holding my daughter for an hour and a half, 4 times a day after I've breastfed her and done tummy time with her. And, half the time I have to pee, I have to go pee. I have to hold her while I'm trying to pee and like use one hand to it's a lot. And it is this double-edged sword where it's both given me so much encouragement, but where I've also felt so much like shaming and like people giving me guilt, as you guys can probably hear my daughter crying in the background. So yeah, it's been both a blessing and a curse.
I think it's very awkward for people to hear somebody have a problem and not be able to give them like they feel like they need to give you a solution rather than just being like, yeah, I'm sorry, that sounds tough. And sometimes that's the correct answer, and it's just really hard for people to just sit with that. I know your daughter's crying, Julissa. Yeah. You got to go feed her. Thank you so much for being with us today. Please go do that.
Thank
I
you so
don't
much
want
for
you
having me. This was so great.
Yeah. Bye, Julissa.
If I had a second Sandy Petty, I would say this was my sanity corner. Doing this with the 3 of you. Thank you so much.
It was great seeing you. See you soon, Julissa. Take care. Alyssa, sanity corner or I feel petty?
Guys, I am feeling petty this week because, the other night I was watching television, like network television with commercials and everything, and I was assaulted by a commercial with Scott Disick in it. Do you guys know that the father of Kourtney Kardashian's children is selling a $300 air freshener on television for the hotel collection? I was like, what? In the actual first of all, gonna be honest, I'm not gonna say he's like, I'm not looking at him as some aspirational type.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Not.
Like, I'm not sure. But also, Naomi, what made me really think about this one for this particular Sani Petty is that the real pettiness in my thing, aside from being assaulted with Scott Disick on my big television in the living room, is that the air freshener he's selling is in homes that look like Lifetime movies. Like, you know how Lifetime movies never seem to have carpeting? Like, there's never a carpet in a house that's in a Lifetime
Naomi
movie.
knows all
anyway,
about Lifetime
that
movies.
is, I know, that's what I'm
You know I
saying.
know.
She's the queen of Lifetime. And so the thing that both upsets me is that this is supposed to be some luxurious air freshener that is worth $300 or $199, depending on what size you buy, is literally being filmed in a, like, B-movie film
Sterile
situation. Like
model
setting.
home.
Sterile, bad floors, very, like, not even good staging furniture. But also, I'm just like, how much money do you really need that you have to do air freshener? Because I'm sorry, Scott, that's what it is. You're selling air freshener. It may be expensive, but it is air freshener. And I was like, whoa, this is too much. This is too much. And then, because I saw it one time and texted, I think, my sister about it, now I'm getting served the air freshener ads on Instagram, and I can't escape this person.
Oh, no.
So anyway, that's my petty. Scott Disick, go away. Stay in season 16 or whatever it is of the Kardashians as God intended.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got to say, okay, I've got a bit of a sanity corner this week just to remind everybody amidst all the doom and gloom, heat waves, double strike, all of that. The Women's World Cup is happening right now.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
On Wednesday, the United States is playing Netherlands. So by the time everybody listens to this, we'll know which, they're still in the group stage, so they're not in like the knockout stage yet. They've already won one of their games, and this is going to be game 2, but the Netherlands are really good. So we'll see what happens. It's just really fun to watch like women being excellent at sports. And the World Cup is just a joyful event. And it's, if you're going to stay inside anyway because it's too hot to do anything, you might as well be watching women's soccer. So that's my sanity corner. Also, one thing I was thinking is an upside to the doom and gloom of the double strike and like the lack of content being made is that TV may have to actually show women's sports in a primetime, watchable way so that like audiences that normally weren't watching like the WNBA, the National Women's Soccer League, any women's sports at all might actually see it. It might actually just be on ESPN. They could just watch it. And it'll be kind of cool. It could be really good for building an audience. And yeah. So that's my sanity corner this week. Naomi, bring us home.
Well, honey, I'm not sane. Of course I'm petty, okay? And I'm going to tell you, there's so many things swimming in my head. I'm real mad. Let me tell you what's going on right now, ladies. So I have decided to finally attempt TMS therapy, and that is transcranial magnetic stimulation.
Okay.
For medication-resistant depression, okay? Because your girl been in depression mode for like 9 years. And so we said, let's try to do something. Now, I'm going to tell you what's got me feeling petty. It's a twofold. One, TMS therapy is a 6-week program where you go to you go to the doctor and they put this magnet to your head 5 days a week for 6 weeks.
Okay. Whoa.
So step 1, you got to be independently wealthy and free to even take on this therapy. Who's got 5 days a week for 6 weeks straight to go to a doctor every single day? Who are the lucky people who have that health insurance and flexibility to do that? Okay. And so I said, I'm double struck. This is going to be the only time I can try this. So I said, let's try it. Then I finally get the ball rolling. I have my intake. I have my this and that. My insurance company takes 15 business days, which is 3 American weeks, to approve my ability to have this therapy. So I'm sitting here getting ready. Now I'm just sitting here waiting the 3 weeks to see if they're going to say it's okay, even though they already ran my insurance to see, obviously. But it's like now I guess. And so it's a double patty. It's both who is able to really access this. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to be functional. I'm trying to be a decent person who leaves the house and actually talks to people. Okay? And then also, my insurance company sitting here like, well, we just don't know what to do. We're going to have to look in to see how sad you are. When I tell you, I gave them a laundry list of medications I done been on. And I said, honey, I qualify. I qualify.
I mean, Naomi, shouldn't they have the list of medications you were on? Shouldn't that have just spoken volumes?
Yeah.
Thank you. You would think.
Oh my God. It's like they make you do like a wipeout style series of challenges before but like depression.
Yes.
Depression challenge is like, oh, she's so depressed she can't walk across this path. Oh, okay. She's so depressed she can't do. That's like, and also I think it bears noting that you've got good insurance, right? If you got it through one of the unions. It's allegedly.
Yes, I've got my writer's.
Yeah.
I know. I know. And I'm like, it's so funny to think that it's like everybody depressed. Everybody depressed. What you mean you don't know if I qualify? What do you mean you're not going to sign off on this thing? And it's obviously like, and it's something that's been probably over a decade that it's been used specifically for depression, OCD, this TMS, but it's like, come on. And, obviously, again, imagine if I had an even bigger issue that needed immediate assistance. But of course, you know, the process when you're depressed, so many of these things feel like they're even more insurmountable, right? Like it took me long enough just to make the appointment, then to schedule the intake, like everything that I was finally like, okay, let's do this. And to get the 3-week delay. And they're like, okay, well, we'll schedule you August 11th to start. And then because I think by then the insurance will get back to us. And it just took the wind out of my sails. And it made me like, ooh, because I felt like I'm finally doing it. I'm finally putting the work in. I'm finally saying, let's commit to this thing that already feels crazy. Yeah. Again, 5 days a week, every single day for 6 weeks. And then the insurance company came and I said, you know what? They don't want us to live. They don't want us happy.
Why would anybody fake that condition to get that treatment? You know what I mean? Like what? Right. What benefit? You're right. Like, it's not like it gets you high. Like you don't,
Right.
Exactly.
There are people.
What's the upside of lying?
Like, meet me in the bathroom. We're gonna put some magnets on our head at this club. It's not like fun. You know what I mean?
That I would do.
Yeah, I would be like, okay, well, I've never heard of this before. Let's see what this is. But like, it's not. It's not.
You've got.
Like, why would someone lie so that they're able to go to the doctor 5 times a week for 6 weeks for a treatment that doesn't necessarily produce a feeling of like pleasure, euphoria?
Right.
What? That's ridiculous.
Right. I won't know until it's over. I won't know till the end of the 6 weeks if it's even worked. It's not like you do a week and then you start to feel like lifted. They were like, we're going to go through this whole thing. And there is an accelerated version of it where you go every day for a week. And of course you're there for maybe 6 hours. And it's like a long day for a week. Yeah. But insurance don't cover that at all.
What?
Oh, man.
I sort of want insurance to continue to get worse at a rapid pace because that is just going to get us to a point where so many people are fed up that we won't elect a president who doesn't pledge universal health care. We won't elect anybody up and down the ballot who doesn't pledge universal health care because this is fucking ridiculous. Like, ugh.
I know.
I'm so
it's
sorry.
Insane. But it's so funny because people hate socialism, but then will be the first to put up a GoFundMe. I go, babe, what do you think that is?
Yeah.
I was like, you're literally out here saying socialists are evil. And I'm like, you want me to help you with your dog's patella surgery, don't you? It's socialism. Anyway, I'm done. I'm yelling. Thank you.
I'm sorry you're going through that, Naomi. We all can agree. Nobody likes their insurance company.
Yes.
Nobody does. It's a middleman. It fucking,
Nope.
Ugh. The
Bullshit.
worst. Absolute bullshit. Universal health care. Single payer now. All right. On that note, Naomi, thank you so much. I'm so glad. I mean, I don't want you to be double striking, but I'm really selfishly glad that you're more available to spend time with us here at Hysteria. Excited for the next time you are on with us. Alyssa, thank you for being my ride or die, as every week. Thanks to Julissa, who is off taking care of her little one. And listeners, thank you for sticking with us every week. There will be more Hysteria next Thursday.